Great. Hello, and welcome to INT 1108 Practical Computer Applications. I'm Dwight Ferris, your instructor for the next 5 weeks. I hope this will be a fantastic learning experience and adventure for you. Let me overview quickly the class, and then I'll cover, at least for this video, Learning Unit 1. So I'm going to go briefly to the student view, but I'm not going to navigate to any of the sections just so that I can mirror what you all see when you open up the course. As you see, it's fairly clearly, structured. Essentially, you have your navigation links here, syllabus, announcements. Please make sure you check the announcements. That's your first order of business. This will contain a lot of useful information, including this video and everything else that you need to know about the course. You can always navigate back to the home. This is essentially the starting point for the course. But I wanted to point out a few things with the navigation. If you don't know this already, this is the Canvas learning management system, fairly easy to use. So you have the modules, you have the SimNet environment, which is the third-party vendor that offers our homework and assignments and quizzes, and then your grades. And then there's a chat. Yes, you can use the chat to communicate with me, and actually will contact me, but a quicker way is always the message, the Halo message, which is this indicated by the inbox here. And then you'll learn about the library, the online library tools, and then there's a whiteboard that I may or may not use throughout the course. Probably or possibly during any type of office hours. And with Canvas, you do have your regular what's coming up in each of the learning units. And yes, each week is essentially divided into learning units. If you click on this, well, there's a welcome and a question and answers section, which is optional, but your learning units are essentially the assignments that are required for the course. So let's go through Learning Unit 1, which is this first week. And basically this starts out with, we're going to talk about file management. If you know anything about computing and computers and software, it's all about file management. And this is a good place to start. All right. So every week, every week will be basically the same. You will start out with a discussion question. You can go ahead and click on this. The discussion question is just a way for you to respond. And what we like for you to do is read through the question, explain the importance of file management and how it controls files over time. This is very useful both in education and in industry. I can't tell you how many times with this particular topic that I use file management practices to ensure that I can access and read or organize files in a very efficient way. So I would like for you to talk about your file management practices, give some examples. But Windows has an hierarchical approach, which means that you can it will organize it for you. It will categorize it as date. You want to establish your own naming convention, things like that. And then to continue with the question, how would you use file folders names to assist you in managing your files? So this particular discussion question is all about file management practices. So please respond to that before Wednesday. And each discussion question is the same. We would like for you to respond before Wednesday of the week, and then go back, read your classmates' responses, and provide 2 comments on 2 separate days. Remember that. That's imperative that you do that. And the reason why we do this, we want you to participate in the class. We want you to participate throughout the week. We don't want you to clump everything together and have it be rushed on Sunday. And that reminds me, Sunday is the end of the week, end of each week, and everything is due by midnight on Sunday. However, and you'll see this if you read the announcements, you can continue to work on these assignments and discussion questions, etc. after Sunday. There's just a late, if you submit it late, there's a deduction for late submission. So As I said, I'm truly happy that you're in the course. Let's continue with my overview of Learning Unit 1. So that's the discussion question. And once again, it's easy to navigate. You can either use the home or the back button for your browser, depending on how comfortable you are with browser. The next item as far as assignments is Windows 10, which I know we're onto Windows 11, but the overview of this operating system is very good. And this is ran in the SimNet environment. And basically, you'll cover things like the Start menu, the Task view, and the File Explorer. Just to give you some example, and as I said, I'll have to leave Student View to kind of give you an idea of how this works because I'm the instructor, so I only have access to a particular account. So this will take you to the SimNet. Now, the SimNet environment, McGraw-Hill, is just a working environment for students. I do want to tell you right away, as far as the overview of the course, these are the assignments that you get graded on, and they're auto-graded. Basically, you go through all the tasks, and you finish the assignments, you get graded. So when you open up SimNet, it should take you to a view that looks like this. It's a little strange, but this is actually the textbook as well. But underneath the textbook, and it's saying it's not available because I'm making this recording before the class start, but that will change to available once we start the class. And you have all of these particular tasks. And when you finish a task, you'll get a credit for it. And if you finish all of them, it will be auto-graded and transferred to the Canvas gradebook. So that's Canvas, that's SimNet. It works in conjunction with Canvas. So make sure you go through that. And each one of these assignments are basically the same way. I will go back here. I'm just navigating back, just using the back. And sometimes the back browser doesn't work. Don't panic. You can always just click on your modules link here. Now I'm in the instructor's view. So, and it's a couple clicks, but that's fine. It'll take you back to your list of links as far as the assignments. These are the assignments, right? So you have your file management basic. This is another SimNet assignment. You have your application software. Basically, this refers to essentially the differences between system software like Windows and application software like Word or any other applications. Very, very easy assignment to walk through. And then you have the system unit, which basically goes into hardware components like the CPU, the central processing unit, the memory, the storage, the disk. Very straightforward, very easy to navigate through. And it's something that's very useful in industry. You will need to know, as far as hardware, software, the components. If you want to even take a help desk, a position as a help desk customer service representative, you'll need to know, or you need to be able to instantly or quickly troubleshoot whether it's a processing issue or whether it's something with the monitor, et cetera. And then on to chapter 8, and these are chapters in the textbook, essentially, communication and networks. As you know, without networks and the internet, we would not have online learning. So this is very important. But this is a structure, or we call it an infrastructure, that you need to have the basic knowledge of. So fundamentals of networking, like local area network, wide area network, and wireless, those are the main components of networking. And you go into those within this communication and network section. And everything is connected now. Everything is digitized, everything is networked. So that's why that's very important. And yes, within this section, we are going to hit a little bit on Internet of Things, or IoT. Yes, IoT devices or smart devices, whatever you want to call them, are becoming an integral part of our existence. We all have a Lexus or a smartphone or a smart car or a smart garage or smart appliances now, even smart houses and smart communities. They're all controlled with a networking and communication scenario. This is where networking and communication is very important. So that's And learning that, you can, you can become a very successful and productive part of the society just with that interim knowledge. And definitely that's useful in any type of employability. And then in the learning unit, you still have a learning unit project. And this is just essentially a way to introduce you to some of the things that you, or at least have you perform or respond to some of the things that you've already done. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this, and because usually the project is sometimes the students get a little leery about what this is. So just give you an idea, give you an idea that once again, it is a part of our SimNet environment, and hopefully it will load. It may not load, and you will notice, and please don't panic. If it spins like this or winds like this, that means it's trying to essentially load the environment. Just be patient. The factors like your network, even atmospheric conditions, because these are hitting towers, et cetera, will impact that. And as you see, there's a lot in here, but once again, this is just basically things that you've already been through. And once again, these tasks, you need to go through them. They usually take, if you sit down, each task will take anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. So, there's like 25 tasks. So it's a couple hours, but, an hour, couple hours if you work slowly, but it's not anything that you can't accomplish. And I will not be able to get into these because it's not available. But if you have any questions about the task or the project, then just let me know and we can revisit that as we navigate through the course. Excuse me. I just want to give you an overview so it's not, give me a second, not overwhelming for you, at least from the start. I mean, it seems like a lot of work, but it's getting used to the system, getting used to the learning management environment, et cetera. So once again, this is an overview of the course, in essence, and Learning Unit 1. And the last thing in Learning Unit 1 is this Learning Unit quiz. The key thing about the quiz, it's only available during the week. So after midnight on the Sunday of the week, the quiz, you cannot retake the quiz. And it is just a quiz, a multiple choice quiz. I'm not going to open it up now, but yes, I mean, you've seen quizzes online. This is just another one of those. So there we go. That's Learning Unit 1. It's kind of an intro. It seems like a lot. We want you to get started successfully in the course. There's a lot of opportunities to build your skills, especially your technological skills. We all know that this is essentially part of our world now. Technology, we can't hide from it. It's what we need to be skilled at and exposed to. So there you go. I just wanted to give you this quick overview. And yes, also introduce myself. So yes, I'm Dwight Ferris. I'm going to be your instructor. If you have any questions or concerns, please message me first on Canvas. My cell number is in there as well. You can text or even call. I don't have a problem with that. So I'm looking forward to facilitating the course and providing instructions for you so that you can be successful. Thank you all.